19 is a song I wrote about my dad. I went to his house and I told him that I had written the song for him. And he said to play it, and I did, and then he said, that's really good, thank you. He didn't say that it was about me. I said, it is about you, and the price that I'm willing to pay is that you will give it its title. You can call it whatever you want. He said, okay, 19. You'll notice that there's no 19 anywhere in this song. And I asked him why, and he has never told me.
Well, my father was a man driven blind by a woman whose beauty made most men deaf. Born the sort of man to point to the right, but only with the hand on his left. And on that wrist he told time with a watch that had just one hand. Kept 45 hourglasses in his basement, all without any sand. And when that senseless woman came into the room, he always refused to stand. And if you asked why, under his breath he'd say, she thinks I'm taller than I am. Well, I seen that man die 3 times in his life, but it never did seem to take. Say death is a photographer's son. Some pictures got to retake. He'd been knocked in the head, stabbed through the belly and shot straight through the chest. But he's a persistent sort, yeah. Not the kind to take much rest. Take a nap in the middle of the desert, neath the sandstorm of forced stand gale. Wake up, grinning ear to ear, bleeding in a Mexican jail. And he'd speak on his own father, make himself seem meek. Old Gus could make 10 million in a month, lose twice that in less than a week. Had a smile so bright you could see it at night through a wall of solid lead. His right hand would kill you straight, but his left make you wish that you were dead. That senseless woman died long ago. The sight returned from the past. Spent more years without her than with. Says he's watched them all go by. He's watched them all go by. He's watched them all go by. Too damn fast. Every chance he gets, he says, look me in the eye, boy. Get your face out the mud. Without a good woman, you're as much use as a cigarette ash in a flood. You better settle down, son. Adventure just ain't in your blood, hey?
and for The Dark Road Ahead. It's the third in a trilogy of albums. The first one was called Songs Famed for Sorrow and Joy. The second one was called For Rosa, Maeve, and Noreen. And if you string the titles together, it makes one sentence, you know, Songs Famed for Sorrow and Joy, for Rosa, Maeve, and Noreen, and For the Dark Road Ahead. And it's sort of a trilogy of songs that are all acoustic based, all solo performer based, and sort of taking this idea of like maybe acoustic blues or roots music and seeing how far you can go with it as a solo performer. I think a lot of people, if you take like the genre of acoustic blues, just to throw that phrase out there, I don't know if that's necessarily where I belong, but if you take that genre, you can see that the history of it died, not because it ran out of ideas or because it had less quality, but because of the Depression. All the record labels went under. So in my experience of this music, like there's worlds you can go to that just haven't been done because it kind of died in its infancy.